All right, time to implement the rotation. And for that, we're going to actually set up a different block so that it's a little bit easier to keep track of the rotation outside of the movement, because the movement doesn't really have much to do with the rotation of the car. The rotation really only has to do with the direction of the car. And once you set the direction, you can just apply this movement to it. So for that reason, we're just going to make a different block, and we're going to call it rotate. And of course, we need to put it in that forever loop. And we take that define rotate and we put it over here, maybe. Put it over here. There we go. And we're going to add basically all the material that we need to make sure the car rotates properly. So again, we need to first make sure the game is running for this to be run. So we're just going to go over here, check and see if the game is running. And we're going to say exactly the same thing we had over here. If finished equals 0, which means that if the game is still running, we're going to see, hey, are we pressing down on the left key or on the right key? And if we are, we need to adjust accordingly. So again, similar to over here, we take another if, and we say if the left key is being pressed, then we need to turn. We'll go over here to motion. We need to turn, let's say 10 degrees. All right, nice and easy. And we need to also account for the opposite. If the right key is being pressed, then we need to turn right 10 degrees. All right, so nice and easy, nothing complicated. Essentially, every time we're running this program, forever it's just checking to see anytime we press on the left key, it turns 10 degrees to left. Anytime we press the right key for a moment, it turns 10 degrees to right. And obviously, if you hold on the key, it just keeps turning it, right? 10 degrees at a time. All right, so let's go ahead and try this out. Make sure this is actually working. So we run the program just like that, and it's turning. Very nice. And then let's speed it up a little bit. Very nice. And you see, if I hold on the right key, it can actually go in circles. You see that if I hold down one of these keys, but if I just press once, it barely does it. It does only 10 degrees, which is exactly what we wanted. All right, so that's pretty good. Now we have some good movement going on. And obviously, the only thing missing is that once we go outside of the track, we're not slowing down. We need to add that functionality because we want to make sure that the racers are essentially incentivized to stay on track and not take basically shortcuts, because that would just not make any sense, right? All right, so this is working very well, so we're just going to stop there. But yeah, that's exactly what we wanted to make sure is happening, is that once we press the left key, it goes to left. Once we press the right key, it goes to right. Or I should say it turns it left and it turns it right. It doesn't go anywhere, essentially. But yeah, just double check that, make sure this is working, and play around with it a little bit, make sure it's working. And in the next video, we're going to add the functionality of the car slowing down when it goes off track. So make sure that's working for now, and I'll see you in the next one.